Okay.
Go say hi to Matthew.
Very cute.
So, do you want a pseudonym or anything like that?
What do you mean?
Like, do you want people to refer to you by your government name, or do you have like a handle or a gamer tag?
Wait, what?
That,
What people?
yeah, people talk to you. Yeah.
No, what people? What are you talking about?
Okay, like I go by Hiroja Shah. So when I talk
No, I
to
know, but why do
people,
I need? Why would I need a
okay,
pseudonym?
okay, the reason why I say you should have a pseudonym, it protects your public identity from your private identity.
Okay,
So,
yeah,
for example, someone's not going to come to your house and try to rob you
yeah,
or anything like that. And it allows you to engage in this very gray area without too much of it trying to your public identity. Because if it is a crackdown, they might come for free,
mm,
whether it's tax wise, locking you up. I mean, I'm going on this extreme thing again, but mostly taxes,
mm,
or you might be on a list of people to look out and watch for. Like you're not a desirable person. You see this all the time for certain political movements, like the left or the right or the gay movement or the Black Lives movement and stuff like that.
yeah.
So it helps to kind of give you a buffer. Now it's not going to protect you 100%. Absolutely, there's
No,
very
yeah.
few people. They're very good at keeping that. Probably Satoshi Nakamoto, they, them, him, or her are probably one of the few people I have heard of that have been successful with that. But eventually, everybody gets caught. But the fact that they haven't been caught this far, this long in the game, as much value Bitcoin is, they're very good.
Right.
Okay, so that's what you want to consider when going on forums, trading, talking to people, to think of a pseudonym just so you can have that buffer between your money, your political thoughts, and your
Oh
public
no, yeah.
self.
When I do stuff like that, like any forum or Discord,
Mm-hmm.
IRC, anything I use stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay, so let's start with our first question. What is big?
What is Bitcoin?
Yeah, what did you learn?
Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency that utilizes the blockchain to, I've got it in my head. It's hard to explain out loud.
Yeah, well, I was trying to get a little more comfortable explaining it because you're going to be using it. If I ask you what a car is,
Yeah,
can you tell me what a car is?
yeah, of course. Yeah, I know what you're trying to say.
Okay, and a
But like,
lot
yeah,
of this has to do with the fact that since you're like the first day you were born, like maybe a couple of days out of the hospital, you were put in a car, whether you realize it or not. And your entire life, you've seen cars. You've been in cars, different types of cars, long distance, short distance, buses,
yeah,
trains, whatever, vehicles. So you learn by osmosis. You learn how
mm,
different people drive, how different people navigate the road, whatever. So when it came time for you to learn, there wasn't a huge hurdle or
right.
huge lead with Bitcoin because we don't really teach money in the school system or on a day-to-day basis in life other than spending it. It's hard to explain Bitcoin.
Yeah,
So this is why even I struggle trying to talk about Bitcoin. So that's why basically like I'm asking this so you can get more comfortable and have an understanding and look at the different avenues about what is Bitcoin.
right.
So with that in mind, let me explain to you what I think Bitcoin is.
Okay, go for it.
I personally think Bitcoin is whatever I need it to be, whenever I need it to be, for whatever I need it to be.
Uh,
If I need Bitcoin to be money, it will be money. If I need Bitcoin to be communication device, it'll be that. If I need Bitcoin to be a public ledge where my manifesto or a record keeping device, it will be that. If I need Bitcoin to be political, for example, sending money to WikiLeaks or other types of organization like that, it can be that. If I need Bitcoin to be, I don't know, selling, buying for drugs, using it in the gray black market, it can do this. I need Bitcoin to be censorship resistant, meaning no one can stop it. It can be that, and that's the difficulty and the beauty of Bitcoin, because it can be all these things at once, and sometimes none of these things, and it's hard, and it's why when using it, investigating it, you gotta have to constantly do research.
Yeah.
You have to constantly calm down and understanding. Even when you think you know something, if someone shows you another way to use Bitcoin or a different perspective. And so that is my base foundation for Bitcoin. But yes, can Bitcoin as a token travel across the blockchain in a decentralized manner across the globe? No one can stop it. No one knows who's using it. No one can prevent it from being used. It lives on the internet. It's a 21st century thing, and you can't stop it. And it's money at the same time. Yes, it's all these things. Okay. So, from reading the white paper and doing whatever news and research, what have you learned so far?
About what Bitcoin is?
Or just in general, what have you been learning?
So I've been doing a lot of research on more so the trading part. Once I got kind of a general grasp on about the technology, I kind of started researching the trading, which I have some questions written down. If I can read those to you real quick.
Okay.
All right. So my first question, this came out of me watching Ripple, and it was talking about, because it's been blowing up lately, and it was talking about like market caps and stuff, and I'm not sure what a market cap is.
Okay, a market cap as is measured in cryptocurrency is the supply of the coin and its value. So like right now, Bitcoin is trading around like 18,000. Okay, so you take 18,000 times the supply of Bitcoin, which is around 16 million coins. You get your market cap.
Okay, gotcha.
Now, the thing about Ripple, it doesn't use the blockchain.
Yeah.
It's server based. It's centralized.
Centralized, yeah.
It's controlled by people. Two of them have a very, very bad reputation in the community.
Interesting.
One of them is still facing some criminal charges in Japan for Mt. Gox, which was a very early Bitcoin exchange that they held. They sold it to somebody else who was very competent. But after the sale, they sent an email saying, hey, by the way, there's 800,000 Bitcoin that's missing from all the accounts.
Wow.
Good luck. So they basically sold a broken company and hid it. Both guys hid it. But it just kind of shows you the kind of scuzziness associated with Ripple. Ripple, a lot of it is speculation on us driving the price, whether it's utility. Because when anytime someone asks the bank, are you using Ripple? They're like, no, we're not using the token, but we're using the technology. But no one can tell you what the technology is. So the price is going up. Some people buy it really low and are selling.
Yeah.
If that's what you're into, and you're not interested in like the politics or the utility, you just want to get that grab that money. That's what people were doing with people. Yeah.
That's interesting. I didn't know that about the people involved.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not good.
No. And you'll find that with a lot of crypto coins where they have suspicious origins. Dash is one of them. It's this thing called pre-mining, where basically the people who wrote and owned the code at the moment the proprietors release pre-mined a bunch of coins and then releases it, hold it for a while, and then sell a bunch. Sometimes they tell people, oftentimes they don't.
Right.
So people question the code, people question the people behind it, if there's back doors, is this an exit scam, who controls the development. You kind of have to look into these things because it could easily, the rug could be pulled out from under you. And this is an unregulated business, so there's not any protections. And who are you going to go to if you get scammed?
Nobody.
So, what's the other good question?
Okay. These are questions about private keys. I want to know because the Bitcoin. So, for example, the Bitcoin that you gave me through Coinbase. How would I go about accessing my private keys?
Okay, I can do that because we're broadcast. But when we're done, I'll show you on Coinbase because there's a mechanism for you to get your private keys. But for the most part, Ubase is the easiest way is to send that Bitcoin to an address that you control the private keys.
Okay.
So the wallets I would recommend if you have an Android or an iPhone phone.
I got an iPhone.
Okay. Bread Wallet is a great one. You control your keys. Which ones are SegWit compatible? Oh, Green Address, but I think that's Android. Hold on. Because there's a list of Bitcoin wallets that have said, so when you send your Bitcoin to that address and you want to use it again, you're not paying such high fees.
Gotcha.
So, yeah. Right now, I'm just holding, so I don't have the SegWit address on my iPhone. So, hold on. But that's how you do it. I know there's a way to find your private key, but it's been a while because, like I told you in the beginning, Coinbase is not that great.
Yeah, right.
It's just a really super easy, accessible demo about Bitcoin real quick. And the value is not that, tremendously high. If something were to happen, it will suck if you lose it, but it's not that terrible. It's not like you're. I was reading this story about a guy that got a Ledger wallet, which is a hard wallet that stores your key, but he bought it on eBay instead of directly from Ledger, and it was a scam. The person had their 24-minute the words, and was able to take the guy's Bitcoin. So, yeah.
That sucks.
It really sucks. It was like $34,000, which is probably about 2, maybe 5 Bitcoin, depending on when the theft happened. So yeah, it really sucks. Okay, I know it was on here. I was just on. Hold on, let me just type SegWit. So I would recommend, since you want to hold your private keys, to move it off of Coinbase to a wallet that you control. So wallets. Okay. All right. Hardware wallet, Ledger Trust, desktop, iOS. Okay, so green address is a Segwit compatible wallet. Bit wallet, I've had one that before. It's good. Edge, I would either go with green address or Bitwall to download.
Okay.
And once you download it to your phone, make sure the 24C that you get, you write that down, copy it a couple of times.
Right.
Make sure you date, time, say which phone it is on, what type of wallet, and keep it stashed so you can get to it, so you don't lose. Trust me,
Okay.
I have lost private keys, and I'm like, oh, it's like $100. Oh my god. You don't want to be like that. Right. Or the guy that threw the hard drive with like 1,000 Bitcoin on it in trash. So, yeah. That's what I would recommend to you. It's in the App Store. Make sure you the green ad address. Make sure you're downloading the right app. And once you're set up, go to your Coinbase account. Send it to the new address, and you control your Bitcoin again.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So what else in trade have you questions for?
I wanted to ask you, what are some good resources to learn about other coins besides
other
Bitcoin?
Coins?
Yeah.
Do you have that email with the Gmail account I gave you? The bookmarkers? I'll bookmarkers some really good resources for you.
Okay.
So that you can do your research at your own pace.
Right. Okay. Cool.
Basically, a lot of it, because it's still very early in the game, so you do your research on like technical stuff, like using like Discord, or Slack, or just text-based forums like Bitcoin.org. So, and there's news sites. YouTube is pretty good at getting the Wicca version, but not like the really super technical research. You still have to go to like the Slack, Discord, or forums to get that info.
Gotcha.
But as this space grows, you're seeing more people trying different ways to convey information about the coin, to make it easier for new people like yourself to find that information.
Okay.
And what other questions do you have?
That's all I had written down.
Okay. So I think I know I put a bunch of trading info in the YouTube. There's been some really interesting development because so many people come into this space. So these are 3 terms I want you to look for when you're doing your research: arbitrage, futures, and speculating. Okay. I want you to look at these 3 terms, because you're going to experience that a lot trading. What arbitrage is, speculation, where speculators are, and futures, because that's a trading marketplace. You personally don't have the capital to get involved, right, but it does influence the trading that goes on with the cryptocurrencies, because it puts pressure on the market. Yeah. And the 4th term is what's the candlestick? That's something you're going to hear a lot with trading because they have the graphs that show you the price movement.
Yeah.
You need to know what a candlestick is.
Okay.
And I'll send you some terms, but it's important for you because this is what you want to do to look into the research in that.
Okay. Yeah.
Are there any questions? What were questions for me?
No, actually.
Okay.
I've just been doing general research, and whenever I have something that is not making sense to me, I write it down.
Yeah. There's different like trading programs that you can down. Do you have like a laptop or a desktop?
I've got a laptop.
Okay. Fairly new or
No, it's not great.
Not great. All right. Because I'm looking probably by the end of this month getting a new computer, but I might end up getting 2 laptops. I really want a desktop, but with the pricing, I might end up getting 2. So I'll see what I can do because I think it's important if you're going to be trading. You kind of need to have a good machine. It's just like gaming. If you don't have a good connection and you have that lag, you're going to get killed in Call of Duty. It happens all the time. It's kind of like that with trading. If you don't have
okay, well, actually, no. I should have said it's not a bad computer. I'll say that.
Okay.
But it's nothing crazy. It's a pretty simple HP.
Yeah. Okay. And did you get the noted information I sent you?
Oh yes, yeah.
Okay. Did you talk to Ryan or anything like that about that yet?
No, I haven't because honestly, I just haven't gotten around to it. But I'll see if he wants to do that with Raspberry Pi. Yeah.
Yeah, because I figured, okay, if you're going to do trade, I talked to you about the 5 different people that are in Bitcoin, like merchants, exchange. I think it's important that you kind of try out each aspect of the community so you can have a point of reference.
Mm-hmm.
So it's important for you to be able to kind of least, even if it's for a few moments, the experience of downloading a node, of working on it, and having it, and realizing, oh, is it that easy, or is kind of difficult, or what am I doing?
Right.
That kind of experience. In selling. So I had a question for you. You still have those Pokemon cards?
I don't know. Ryan might have them. Yeah.
Is it Charizard?
I don't know. I haven't honestly looked through them in a long time. That's funny that you should bring that up.
I could have swore last time I was there was a Charizard. And if
Maybe,
it's the right one, it's worth about $4,000.
You're kidding? I doubt it, but I remember Tony had a Charizard. Yeah, that's worth quite a
if
bit.
it's $9.99 on it, then yes.
Yeah.
But the point is, like, try to think of something you think you could sell that somebody would be willing to part Bitcoin. I'm going to start personally a store in February where I'm going to sell coffee and honey. Just as an experiment to see, are people willing to buy that product at the price that I'm doing, if that is even in the marketplace. And it's just a good experience to kind of figure out how merchants sell their goods and services and stuff like that. So just kind of keep it in the back of your mind and keep anything you hear about the space, write it down. Like, what is it? And then the second thing is, how can I do that? Because there's really no barriers. Unlike some other industry We have to have a degree. You have to know somebody. You have to be in a certain location, like New York or Boston or something like that. None of that.
Okay.
So it's really in this space. What do you want to do?
Right.
How do you want to make money?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So I think that's a pretty good conversation.
Yeah.
So to sum it up, terms, candlestick, arbitrage, speculation, what those terms are, and then I'll add some bookmarkers to you that Google can, so you can look into the information.
All right. Yeah, for sure.
All right. Okay, so I'm gonna end it right here.
All right. Go for it.
And help you with the Coinbase thing offline.
Great.
And we're good to go. So me just end the conversation, and that's it. All right.